Well, welcome friends. Welcome to Kiss Up Cards, where I keep it simple stamping up. I'm Marianne, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up consultant, and I'm coming to you to bring you a special card, and this one is great for gift giving of a gift card. So I'm going to put together a card, and there's a space for a gift card in there. So not only will you be giving a card that you've made, but you'll be giving a special gift card inside as well. So let's get to my craft table and let's get crafting. Down here at my craft table, I have my papers picked out, and I'm going with something very different this time. So sometimes you need to go outside of the box, and so this is what I'm doing today. So I have my mock-up card made up. So this is my first time making it. When I do that, I do a mock-up card and I write all my measurements down. I have usually it in my little book, but for some reason my little book is not here somewhere. I can't find it. So I just did a mock-up card. I'll tape this inside my book later once I find it. I just put all my recipes for recipes for card making in that one book, and I know, and I can flip through it and look and see what I would like to make. It is a little easier than flipping through my Pinterest page or my Facebook saved items or through YouTube saved items. I find I can go back to something that I've tried and tested already and I really like. Only my liked designs go in there. So that is what I have been doing. So here's my mock-up. Here's my paper that I've picked out. So I've got, look at this. I've got Seacrest, which picks up the dark in this poinsettia. And I have Cherry Cobbler, which is just a really beautiful color for Christmas. I don't have another red that goes really well, but it picks up this color right here. Cherry Cobbler and Seacrest are not part of this DSP paper pack colors, but that's the beauty of Stampin' Up. These are new. This is a new color, Seacrest, but it still goes with an old DSP that was produced earlier. This one's about 2 or 3 years old. I'm not sure how old. And so it works really beautifully. And with the Cherry Cobbler, which is just a recent color in the last number of years as well. So that works out really well. I have strips of it, which is great because that's all I need is just a strip here and a strip here. So that's going to work out well. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to get some of my glitter paper out. And this will be part of the tag, which picks up the Seacrest that is in glitter. So this is going to be exciting. This is taking me outside of my comfort zone with the Seacrest and the Cherry Cobbler. Usually I break it up with white and stuff. So this is outside of my comfort zone. But you know what? You need to go outside of your comfort zone sometimes, and you might be surprised at what beauty you create. So that's so cool. So the back of the card is going to be this shape, okay? This right here. So the card itself is cut at 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. And then I'm going to walk you through how to do the folds. All right, so 5.5 means I'm going to cut it along the long edge. Okay, so I'm going to measure at 5.5 along the top of my, and along the bottom. You want to make sure that it measures perfectly at the bottom and at the top so that you get a straight line. Whoops. Did that come out? I think this came out. There we go. Pop it back in. All right, measure this again. All right, so cut that. And this can be used for another card on another day. Then I'm going to turn this around, and on this edge, I am going to, oh yeah, there's my measurements right there. I'm going to circle them. That helps me. Where do I go next? So on this edge, one edge, I'm going to do 1 7/8. And this, I just need my scoring blade. So we're just scoring. And then I turn it around, and on this one, I'm going to do 2 1/2. Does that make sense? 2 1/2. Yep. Okay. It just looks different in the different color. It's like, okay, so this one will be 2 1/2. Oh, I don't want my blade. Get out of the way. And I'm going to score. All right, so we've scored from this side 2 1/2, and from this edge 1 7/8. We still need our cutting blade for others, but let's score this up. So we're just going to fold them in to each other. So this is going to be the bottom, and I'm going to fold that up and score it with my, and they're going to overlap. That's what you want. Score it with my bone fold. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, you can use your clear acrylic block, and you could do that as well if you don't have a bone folder. And it just lays a little flatter. Okay. Now, for the mat, we're going to need cherry cobbler. And for the top mat, we need 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I need 5 1/4. I always measure the longer piece first. So 5 1/4. Let me double check my measurements. Yeah, 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So that's our first mat that will go there. And our second mat is 1 5/8 by 5 1/4. So this is already 5 1/4 long. So let's see if we can get the 1 5/8 out, which will be just, oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this will go on the bottom. Then our DSP, we need 2 by 5 inches. So let's measure this at 5 inches. And we need 2 inches, just 2 inches, right? Yeah, 2 by 5. And this is going to go up here like this. Oh my gosh, it's looking good already. So I won't have enough out of this piece to make the next DSP, but I will out of this. So I need 5 inches. So let's see if we can get 5 inches from here. Beautiful. Just cut that off. I love when a card uses smaller pieces of paper. It's really a good use of your paper. So 5 inches by 1 3/8. So that's just under the half mark. So 1 3/8. And this is going to go like this. All right. And then the inside of the card, we need a mat of 5 1/4. No, that's not 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. 3 3/4. So that's going to be our mat. And then we need, and I'm going to get some thin cardstock. So this is going to go on the inside of the card. And I want 5 by 3.5. So this needs to be 5 inches. By 3.5. And that's going to go like this, and that will be for the inside of the card. All right, and then for the banner, I'm going to show you the banner trick. Sorry, I thought I was filming. So here, I took 1 7/8 strip, and out of the 1 7/8, I cut the arc, and this is the magic of the tags, is I slipped it through, but I didn't put it straight down. I did it like this so I could get as long a tag as I want, and I cut that. Then I did a smaller one, and I can actually, so this one is smaller, 1 3/4. And I did that. So it goes on here like this. So it's only showing a small section of glimmer. But if I go one, so you could do another circle, or I could do this and just pull this up like this. Okay, that's 7/8. Okay, that should work. I think I'm just going to take a smidgen off. So there we go. We can see more of the sparkle behind it, and I'll figure out the length in a minute once I get everything. So you could do circles, and then this oval banner punch on the side, and depends how much of the sparkle paper you want. This gives us, I think, just a good amount, and I'll do along the bottom. Okay, let's get this glued together. Sometimes you just have to play with things and figure it out. That's what I'm here for. And if you have any questions on that in the future, then just email me or put it in the comments below. I would be glad to help you out. So this is the mat for the inside of the card. So let's glue that up. Oh, there's my glue. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stamp on that first. Okay, let's glue our strips first. Let's glue our strips first. And we want that 1/4 inch. I've got some glue showing there. There we go. And that's going to go on the top flap. Put this up. There we go. And let's glue this one down. So this is where our pocket is going to be for our gift card. So I just put glue on both sides, and I'm just going to glue it down. And then I'm going to glue these two together. And then I'm going to glue this on the flap where the pocket is. So I could turn it around too, like this. So you could put it any way that you want. So let's get our stamping done. I got glue on there. That's why my glue mat should be on here so that it wouldn't have stuck. All right, so then I'm going to stamp it on here. I'm going to lay it down and just let the ink transfer. There's no rush in stamping. You don't have to go hard. I am putting pressure on the stamp. And there we go. And if you make a boo-boo, no problem. Magic of paper, flip it over. Then I've got the saying for the inside of the card. So tap, tap, tap. Have it on top of my foam. Isn't that cute? So I have sayings for the inside of the card, which came from Very Best Occasions, which is an older stamp set. But you know what? Stampin' Up! Always has something new and wonderful that they bring out every year. Okay, that needs to be a little smaller. So, because we glue down the sections. I forgot that part. So the inside, let's make it, take a 1/4 inch. Let me take 1/8 of an inch off each end so I can keep that. And I'll just keep that centered. And that fits in there beautifully. Okay, so that's going to be the saying in the card. You know what I should have done was set this down first so that that was in there. But let's take 1/8 of an inch off each side of this. So that's a total of 1/4 of an inch. And this can go on here. And then I can slip this in here. Okay? So that's just how you fix something up if I've made a boo-boo. So I'm going to make my corrections here. And I'll have the measurements down below. So the white cardstock was 4. So the mat was 5, and this is 4 3/4. And then this, yeah, by 3 1/2. So that did not change. Okay, so we got that. And this you can glue down, or you can let it be, I mean, it is quite, or you can glue it down, okay? I am going to glue this down onto the cardstock. So if you were following along, my apologies. If you waited till the end, smart cookies. Very smart. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is pop this down in here. It's a beautiful tight fit. And then what I'll do is I'll just lift this up and put this across here and just secure that like that. There we go. Okay, so now let's fix the front. I love the Secret C with the Cranberry Bliss. It's making a very unique card. So this is going to go on the top and cover the bottom a bit. So let me see how long this is. This is 4 3/4. So let's make it 2 1/2 in length. And then this will be 2 1/4, like this. Like that, and that shows off the shimmery. Really beautiful. just to add a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal. Secure this down. And then I will use my multi-dimensionals. Well, I do still have this going. So remember, I just want these along the top like this. So maybe just one right here, because if I stick it all the way, then they won't be able to open the card. So we did the magic tag. Oh, that does not look straight. Right. Let me put it on my grid paper. Just kind of look like there. And secure that down. There we go. I'm going to, I think I know what bow I want to put on here. I want to do a little bow with this. That looks really cute. And maybe a double bow. This isn't going to matter how I tie it. Double bows are a little bit tricky in that you've got to get both ends through. There we go. I did it. Ah, that looks cute. So then this one I just, whoops. Pull this back. I cut it, it pulled. And then cut this one, and I'm just gonna pop that on there. And I'm gonna get some glue dots. I have some here. That adhesive, there we go. Okay, and then let's get some, let's see what I have for some sparkles. These iridescent rhinestones. I'm going to take those, and I'm going to take some large ones. Put on the center of the poinsettia. And then take some small ones. Go. So what do you think of our gift card holder? Isn't that beautiful? And they open it up, and then the gift card would just sit in here just beautifully. Just a nice place for the gift card. I don't have a gift card to show you to put in there, but it is just a beautiful way to send a gift card. And this will fit in your envelope because it's 5.5 and it's less than 4 1/4. So it will fit in the envelopes like this. And let's see if some of our poinsettia paper will fit. Oh, beautifully, just like a glove. Just like a glove. So always dress up your envelope. And I do everything all at the same time. So when I'm done, I'm done. I don't have to think, you know, when you have so many cards sitting in a pile that require you to finish them, for me, that adds a little bit more stress and like, oh, when am I going to get to them? And I want to do new cards. I just find it a lot faster to get going and doing this all at once. So there's your gift card holder. A little boo-boo on the inside of the card, but we just made it a little smaller. And then when you go to make the new card, make your card, use the measurements that I have down below, that I have popped into there, so that you can follow those and be right on track. So there we go. And I just showed you with a Christmas card. You could make this as a birthday card. You could use any paper. Like I'm just showing Christmas because it's now in November. And so we need to start thinking about making Christmas cards. And so if you give gift cards, this is a beautiful card, gift card holder to send to someone. And they have the beautiful card. And it's just lovely. And I showed you the magic of the tags, how to make that a different length so that we can put those together. So this was made out of the circle punch, and this was made out of this oval punch, and just using the magic of the dies. So I've got some pieces here left over. A beautiful card to hold a gift card. Envelope and card are ready to go. So there you have it, folks. A beautiful card. Now I made a Christmas card, but you could make any kind of card. And inside we have a place. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'm trying to do a place for a gift card in there. Isn't that beautiful? And then as always, I do the envelope as well to match the card. And then everything is done. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'll have the measurements down below for you to recreate this card. And if you have any questions, or if maybe you're trying to put a card together and you're having some difficulties, message me and we'll try and figure it out. Sometimes measurements don't go very well sometimes, and we have to do some adjustments. But where do you do those adjustments? Just as I had shown you in this card. So again, thank you. Thank you for your time. I love sharing the world of card making, and then sharing kindness one card at a time.